Well, how's it going, YouTube? Cold as all fucking hell in Upper Michigan. 9 degrees outside. Hanging out in my shop with space heaters. And what I gotta do today is get this junk-ass CX Racing turbo off of here, so I can sell that to someone who wants to slap it onto a budget build V8. I'm gonna replace that with something that'll probably be a little bit more reliable. God damn, it's cold in here. Alright. So, yeah, I guess we'll just get right to it. Stop wasting some fucking time. So, let's see, we're gonna need here 11. It's the extension. Highly suggest getting an impact. The fucking thing is beautiful. It saves a hell of a lot of time. So we'll just put all that stuff right off the side in there. Alright. Well. Yeah, this is no fun. Let's take a guess as to what size that is, and let's just fucking hope it's a 16. That sounds about right. Not a 16, what do you know? Oh, we'll leave this out here because chances are I'll need it later. 17. There we go. That's much better. Alright, we'll just get that and tuck that up out of the way right there. And this up there, and we gotta get that. Alright. She's a big one. And yeah, I don't have a wrench that big, so the old trusty adjustable hammer. See what we can do with this. Let's squeeze on in here. Oh, come on, adjustable hammer, don't fail me now. My best kind of action gonna be for this. Fuck, I can't remember how I put it together. Alright, yeah, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Cool. Now one of my more favorite things to do while I sit and cruise and look at car parts I can't afford all night long is to put YouTube on in the background and, you know, look at other things people can't afford at the time because they're, you know, fucking years ahead of me and shit. And I don't know, I like having it as background noise. So I figured I could make you guys a video and you guys could watch what I'm doing here. Maybe you could enjoy having it as background noise. So I don't know how many of these videos I'll make, but I don't know. You'll definitely get a first startup video out of me. I've been fucking building this thing for 3 years now. I keep getting sidetracked and building other stuff. And, yeah, 17. We'll call this 17. Getting sidetracked with other stuff, and I like this fucking V8 and all sorts of things. 16. Hell, you know what? Let's try it again. Let's see how she... Okay, that doesn't fit. Alright, that fits. We're going to dial this down a little bit. Don't want to be too aggressive. Okay, that didn't work, so we're going to kick her up a notch. Alright. Yeah, why wouldn't that fall down there? That's all fun. That's fun stuff. I like that. I like when things fall into the depths down here. Oh, cool. I get my fucking long needle nose here. God damn it. You think I put a piece of cardboard down there? This happens to me all the time. 45%. That ought to be good. Look at this wheel. Bent out of the way there. Right. Major problem avoided. Get that shit out of the way. Put this one right here. Cool. 2 down. Yeah. Oh man, I can only imagine how much it would suck to sit here and have to watch me try and do this all without an impact. That would blow. There's that one back there, if you can see it. I've never played with this camera before, so I don't know how well you can see anything in here. But that one right back there, he looks like a fun time. So we're gonna get this one off here. Yeah. Oh. And if you really want to hate your life, swap something into a 240 SX. Just get one of these cars and say, fuck my financial stability, and just build it. Fuck what everyone says, fuck buying a house, fuck everything. Just build one of these fuckers. Make sure you buy everything twice like I did too. It's the only way you can build a 240 is buying everything twice. So, to get this little shit rocket in there. Alright, that's another fun one. It's a really fun one. I can get this. Oh, there we go. That's actually not so bad. Oh, holy shit, this is actually going way easier than I thought it would. I thought this would be like the majority of the video. Catch. Alright. I'll get this fucker off here. So I can get this out. If it'll come out. Oh yeah, why wouldn't that be stuck right there? Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to come out. Cool. We'll just forget about that for now. Put all these back in here and just forget about it. We'll give him the fucking hardware if he wants this piece of shit so bad. T4. Hey, you can get a good look at it if you can see inside there. How good of an awesome job CX Racing did with their collector in here. Just fucking rows of dimes inside that bastard. Yeah. Great A. Also, when I got this in the mail with it, it's all sorts of fucking bent up with the turbo, so I mean, don't plan on using their gasket. Wouldn't plan on using their turbo actually all in general. This thing's been brand new for a year now. Bought it just a cheap Black Friday deal. And my buddy Andy, with his RB25 swap 240 SX, bought one of these as well, and it seized in the first mile. And that's not user error or anything like that. Andy's an auto technician at a dealership, and I know he knows what the hell he's doing. So, that's just a shit quality fucking turbo, because his PT is giving him no problems at all. So we're gonna get rid of this fucker while it's still good. Let it be someone else's problem. Because I won't fucking deal with it. Rather just spend $2 grand, get a nice fucking turbo, and have it not be a problem, because I will be heavily disappointed on first startup if this thing gives me any shit. So, now I gotta find something to plug those holes with. Now what do we got over here? Usually got some garbage I can jam in there. Let's see, what do we got right here? Yeah, it's all dirty. I don't know if I have anything small enough to jam in there. So I got an old bag of rags here. If I can get something. There we go. Off to a good start. There we go. That should keep the majority of bullshit out of there. Get a little more rip out of this. I can start right here. Just fine. I'm gonna wedge this right under here. Cool. It's all good. All right. Well, that all actually went a hell of a lot faster than I imagined it to. Cool. Guess I could pick up some tools quick and put a few things away, and I could tell you a little bit about the car. So, what we have is a 1995 Nissan 240SX, the most popular shit rocket in America right now. Got a 2JZ GTE JZ-A80 Aristo engine that I've been financially killing myself with for the last couple of years. Everything but the bottom end's been done on this. I got all my boxes and shit over there. Yeah, Ferris 6000 series valves, GSG springs, retainers, Brian Crower 272 cams. Yeah, fun stuff. All new fresh gaskets, ID 1000s, Ross Machine Racing dual port feed rail. Took and tried to brush all this up, deleted the idle air control valve. Obviously converted to single turbo. The USDM water pump, gonna get rid of this harmonic balancer down here and trade for a fluid amper. I still have yet to get my oil cooler set up, but yeah, I have a thermostatic oil cooler in here sandwiched between the oil filter. Those are excessive motor mounts. And for $100 they do all right. And those are just some cheap fucking ISIS motor mounts that I just, whatever. Their job's to hold the engine up in the air. That's all I needed it for. Then I got a sticky sway bar that I've actually cut to modify to work with my Powered by Max limit brake kit, where you can see where I had to cut 1.5 inches out of this here and weld in the brace plate. And I, of course, the full limit brake suspension, the sticky tie rods, fucking end links, and I have Powered by Max tie rods, inner and outer. They're knuckle Z32 calipers, and Fortune Auto 500 series coilovers. Still working on getting my brakes and shit done on this thing. The Street Faction Engineering bash bar, which looks pretty good. TIG welds are pretty good on it. The CX Racing manifold, and CX Racing intercooler kit, which is pretty much pointless for me to have now at this point. And yeah, there's like 10 million things about this car I can't remember offhand. Like, oh yeah, Powered by Max, strut tower tops. You get to cut your shit out for. CDO9 swapped, so you get a 6-speed transmission. And it's actually really nice to feel like this, because for 2.5 years this car didn't have fucking shit inside the interior. I try to skimp where I can on things that are unimportant at the moment, as you can tell, or if you can tell. I have knockoff Bride seats, Bride of Canada, with just some crow harnesses that I got off eBay, planted seat mounts. This carpet, I can't remember where I got it. It was $200, and you got to do all the cutting yourself on it. I've never tried to cut carpet or anything before, and a buddy of mine said he'd done upholstery and tried to help me, and I did this side as he was doing that side, and as you can tell, he fucked up. Yep, so that bothers the fucking hell out of me. But oh well, I just gotta live with it. Just spray paint it black and pretend like it's not there. So, fun stuff. I used Collins Performance Kit with their special flywheel that mates to the 350Z clutch, so I don't have to machine the bell housing. And everything fit up really nice. It fit up actually really good. I'm surprised with that. I'll get down here so you can take a look. My solid one-piece drive shaft that Colin's more than likely rebranded. Not sure where it came from. If I can get back under here, so you can see this. I have a dual caliper kit. It's a Silverline Motors kit. Goes to in between the hub and the stock knuckle. So you can fit that. This is a, I want to say, a 2008 Mustang GT rotor that I re-drilled for the 5x1 14.3 pattern. Under here I have a Powered by Max lower control arm, and this is all ISIS stuff. That's, I'm going to take this out and replace it because, you know, the name of this build is buy twice. I still have yet to do anything to the diff. I just mocked it up and make sure everything was going to fit. Sandblasted my rear subframe, put urethane mounts in it. That all went pretty smooth. And overall, it's been a frustrating project so far. Fun, but frustrating. So, yeah, this is my 240. I think I'll start making videos for you guys so you can see the progress of this thing. I'm hoping to have it running this spring here. And as of right now, it's what is it? December 12th. So, yeah. I don't know. I get sidetracked a lot. And from the time I started buying this car, I bought an 04 WRX and a 2013 FRS. You'll get to see those cars later. They're up at my other garage. Been playing around with ideas. I've been thinking about not even putting a fucking front end back on this thing. Just getting my fucking tubs. I got my fender tubs over here that I started on and never finished because I can't stick to one project because I can't pay attention long enough. But thinking about just putting the fender tubs in there and saying fuck it because these the engine sits way too fucking high for my fenders, and there's, you know, you can't just space the hood up like you can with a regular SR20 swap. So yeah, I don't know what the hell to do about that one yet. I mean, I'll cross that bridge when I get there, I guess. But started making custom blinds. This was an ABS car that we're not putting ABS back into this. I get a Z32 cylinder to coincide with my Z32 brakes. I bent up some custom lines here that a buddy of mine did and followed that line pretty good. I'm happy with it. ISIS radiator, or ISR, not terrorist anymore. Fit alright. I ordered it with a fan shroud kit that was supposed to sit on the inside, but, you know, me not thinking, well, the 2J sits way the fuck far forward, not gonna work. So I made little mounting tabs, and I got this thing to mount in the front of it. I reversed the direction of the fan blades so they will be pushers instead of pullers, and hopefully that works out for me. Because if not, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Another one of those I'll cross that road when I get there moments. But otherwise, I feel all right about it. A big thing that helped me gain a lot of space with this swap was notching the shit out of my front core support here. Cut it back, as you can see where it used to be. Cut it back out of there. Remade radiator mounts out of what was a stud brace, I think, for my garage. Yeah, that was just something I slapped together quick to make it work. These radiator hoses, this is a KA radiator, by the way. And these radiator hoses are for an MK4 Supra. This lower one didn't need to be modified at all, but I am going to cut probably about 1.5 inches out of it, because as you can see, it makes contact with the rail right there. This one, I just cut it right in fucking half. Perfect fit. This used to wrap around here and go to the front. Most people would run a crossover pipe to an SR radiator. I didn't want to do that because I think it looks like shit, so I just cut the front of it off. Good to go. Stuff like that. This I'm going to get rid of in here. That's just fucking cheap as fuck. These are some old radiator hoses I had left from that EJ engine I have sitting over here. When I got my WRX, it came with a blown motor in it, and that's that piece of shit right there. And if you want to, I'll give you a quick look at it. If you can see this, how the cylinder's split right here. There used to be a piston attached to this, and there isn't anymore. because they drove it without a tune. Yep, they just slapped a bunch of shit into it and started beating the hell out of it, and it exploded cylinder 4. So yeah, it's a fun one. Yeah, my shop's in an absolute mess right now. Yep, I got parts and fucking projects all over the place, and quickly running out of space in here. Lucky I got the other garage. Heating this place with fucking space heaters because, you know, spending $1,500 to heat this thing for the winter when I only come out here when I have car parts. Yeah, I'll put that $1,500 towards more car parts, in which I did. I have a wiring specialties harness coming on the way, specifically for this motor, but a complete standalone system. I've gutted about every bit of wiring out of this car. It's just going to operate on a switch panel, wire everything myself. Going to be using a Haltech PS2000 on this system. Got my, oh yeah, fuck, I forgot about these. Yeah, I could fucking put these in. Yeah, we could do that. This is a fun little thing. If you guys are doing a 2J Z swap, this is, I believe, a 1986 Toyota Tercel throttle cable. Is the perfect length for the 2JZ GT. I cut the cruise control bracket off the side right here and just moved it over to where the regular throttle bracket would go and tacked it on. Spray painted it and she's good to go. So yeah, you don't have to buy a custom piece for that. This cable was, I think, like $24. All you got to do is cut the two sides out of it right here into little slots so it fits into the 240SX mounting locations, and you're good to go. That's all you got to do. This, I love it because it's got 5 holes in it, and it fucks with people. People hate it that it's got 5 holes in it. I've had people call this an Audi engine so many times. Just, they can't wrap their head around it. So, I'm going to set those right there. I'm going to go for my handy dandy impact again. And if I remember correctly, it should be a 16 millimeter. So we'll, yeah, I have to check my sockets every single time because people don't put them right back in the right spot. Oh, that didn't work. Kick it up a notch. Bam. 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 Get in there. Oh, you cunt. Alright. That went actually really nice. Oh, cool. Yeah, this car is going to be going to an LQ9 coil pack setup. These aren't the plugs I planned on running. They are brand new, but the only ones my local auto parts store had at the time, and when I put the head back on this thing, I wanted something to keep these holes plugged up. So, just grabbed these things because they were cheap as fuck, and I'm sure I'll be able to use them on something else someday. Yeah, there we go. Everything's looking. I got a fucking dog hair in there. God damn it. Fucking dogs. Alright. Let's set that there. Where was the plugs? Right over there. Alright. Let's see where did I leave my feeler gauge? Oh, feeler gauge, where art thou? Check this drawer. Up there. God damn it, it's usually always right in here. Haven't been out here for like a month. Oh, there it is. Cool. Haven't been out here for like a month and a half now. Because, you know, it costs me like $2 grand every time I come out here. So, to take my time. Bills and shit. So what we're going to do is we're going to gap this to, we'll call it 26 thousandths, because I plan on boosting the fucking hell out of this thing. So we'll find, okay, we got a 25 there. If if you can see that, it looks like I'm about 4 thousandths out. So we'll come over here. We'll put it on the this little fucking cast iron anvil here. And press it down until we get something that more closely resembles what we want. Looks like I still have a little bit to go. Oh! That looks like I jumped the gun on that one. Alright. Yeah, you can watch me make all sorts of rookie mistakes with this because she's fucking cold out here and usually in a rush in the winter. And these, by the way, are just cheap $2, $3 a piece copper spark plugs. It's always good to tune with coppers because they're, you know, they'll fail before your piston will, which, you know, that's a good thing. You know, once you get your car tuned all good and everything and it's running great, switch to radiums. But otherwise, run these cheap shitty coppers right off the bat and you'll be just fine. So that, you know what, we're just gonna cheat this one. Yep, we're gonna cheat all of these, I think. Put that down like that, and there we go. We got 25 thousandths. I don't care. These are gonna get blown out of there. On to the next one. It looks like she still has a couple thousandths to go. Oh, and as much as I just want to fucking hammer on this thing to close that gap, can't. Try and give it just little baby bumps. Still need some more out of it. Alright, that one's good. Happy with that. We'll just plop her on in there. On to the next ones. Get all of these out of here. See if I can hold it against the light here and get out of it. Alright, that was good. Ooh, I almost grabbed one of my old ones. Alright, so yeah, I have no idea how this video is turning out so far. I don't know if you can like see shit that I'm doing. If you're just like getting this bouncy fucking side view of everything. I don't really care. My girlfriend hassles me all the time. If you're gonna spend this money, you should get an Instagram. I don't want a goddamn Instagram. I don't want a Snapchat. I don't want any of that shit. I don't have Facebook. It's enough of a hassle for me as is. Good enough. Well, I suppose it's 25, you know. It's good. It's kind of what I'm going for. Man, it's painstakingly long. Alright, another one good. Alright, so you got the right amount of pressure down for these things. Well, that one is good as well. Now these I'm not gonna run back down with the impact, but I'm gonna get them in the ballpark anyway. So let's see here. Moving straight. Alright, so we're going to take this and put it on the 1 setting, because that's weak as all hell. I think it's like 14 pounds. Alright, now that we have all those run down, I'm going to finish them out by hand. That just seems like the proper thing to do with these. So. Right. It's good. Satisfied with that. Happy with that. Alright, new spark plugs in. Ready to put coil packs in whenever those fuckers show up. Which, because I ordered that on Black Friday, I'm sure that will take for fucking ever. So, you know, whenever I get that harness and those coils in is when you guys will get your next video from me. This, I'm actually happy with this. I got this, I'd say it was like 18 bucks off Amazon. I didn't even have to pay for it. I had so many points on my credit card, this thing was free, which is good because I don't want to kick any rocks up, fuck up my timing belt. And here I thought I was going to need to cut this piece to fit in here, and it just fits right underneath it, which, you know, I didn't expect that to happen. That worked out really good. Still thinking I might cut it, but yeah, probably not. If I do, I'll probably just cut the edges of it out, just so it doesn't hit the curvature of this thing too much. But yeah, it's good enough. I'm happy with that. These, I was playing around with using these as turn signals. These are old turn signals from my R6. Oh, yeah. Forgot that's not going to work, so I crimped those on there already. Cool. Yep, pretty anxious for my wiring harness to get here. You gotta get a plug for this because I'm not using the factory MAF or the air intake temperature sensor. I'm gonna be using Haltech sensors. And this, since Haltech doesn't make an M16 by 1.5 that fits this intake manifold, I think it's only a 3/8 NPT and a 14 by 1.5 that they make. So I'm going to have it relocated before my blow-off valve in the track right about right here. And my pipe comes up and the blow-off valve's right here and it curves into the throttle body. And yeah, I guess I could show you guys the throttle body. That was a piece of... One of these things I like that. There used to be a big, ugly fucking second butterfly valve that hung off on here. And I just cut that shit off and had a buddy of mine TIG weld it together because I don't own a TIG welder yet. And then the big butterfly that sat on there, I just took it out and replaced it with this little spacer I had in my junk drawer up there, and now she's good to go. All I got left is to grind out these ugly patches on the inside of it, so it's nice and smooth in there. And then yeah, this thing's done. So yeah, happy with that. I wasn't about to go blowing fucking big money on a, you know, fancy Q45 throttle body or anything like that and go through the hassle of trying to weld this super shitty cast aluminum. Which, I mean, if you're about to TIG weld on this, everything I've read about it and my buddy's first-hand experience from doing my throttle body is it welds like shit. And, yeah, it doesn't want to cooperate. It just burns holes and it's no fun. I'm just gonna take these off. One day I'll get around to putting that in. Not today or tomorrow or any time in the next 3 or 4 months, but someday when I can take this thing up to my uncle's, where he has a much more equipped shop than I have, I'll be able to get somewhere with it. Until then, I don't know. I can just futz around and do the expensive throw money at it thing. Some other time, but no, not today. Maybe I'll do another video some other time if I have time. Christmas I'm going to be working 12s for 9 or 12 days in a row, so got this heat wrap. I'm going to try and heat wrap this ugly bastard in here. And yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be a shit show. You see how close all these pipes are together in here, how they touch like that, how ugly this collector is, and you just look how short this pipe is right here, and how long this pipe is right there, and yeah, I probably could have done a better job, but hey, $500 manifold versus a $2,000 manifold, I think I came out alright. I can live with that, because I'm not trying to go for 1,000 horsepower here. I'm going to be just happy with a nice 600, 650 horsepower. Because, it is an S chassis, it's fairly gutted. It's still going to have, full interior, but that interior weighs damn near nothing. Sunroof isn't going to be going back into it. There's a company, I can't remember the name of it offhand at the moment, that makes a carbon fiber insert that holds the curvature of the roof. And I'm going to make brackets that go into the studs right here that used to hold up the sunroof. And we're going to hold that thing up like that, so it's removable. So, nice hot summer days, because this thing doesn't have heat or AC. Be able to pop that sunroof cap out of there and let a little air in. Yeah, sometimes I look at this thing and I think, I should have just gotten an LS1. This fucker would have been running and driving like a year and a half ago. Then I think about it some more and like, you know what? Car'd probably be fucking wrecked right now. So, the 2J was probably the better option of the two. And it's going to sound cooler anyway. Fuck it.